What's up guys, this is Astranox. In this Etheria Restart video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my progression as a free-to-play player. So I'm gonna be hitting account level 40 right after this NicoNana hell, and this is a great place to farm. The shells out of this place are super helpful for your team. It's gonna just make life a lot easier. So farming in NicoNana hell until you reach that account level 40 is pretty efficient. Even after account level 40, I feel like I can just go back in NicoNana hell and still farm to get multiple copies, to make my shell all the way to fully maxed out. Now account level 40, I'm just straight off the bat going in there, Nightmare, Sharon, and then we'll move on to the other difficulty. And there's going to be, I'm going to be pushing in Aurora, and this is between day 6, so the end of day 6 into the start of day 7. And at day 7 you're able to get Ling Lao, and she is the best healer, the best SSR healer in the game, and you're just going to be able to, well, I'll have a lot more healing, which is going to help tremendously in Aurora, because the damage over time from the Aurora boss is extremely high. So yeah, you want to bring 2 healers along with nice healing output. And my team, Didding is God tier. You need to invest into Didding if you have him. If you still have not invested into Didding, you're missing out. Like, from early game all the way to late game, he's going to pretty much be a carry. He can be the sole damage dealer in your team. You can bring him everywhere basically because he's dark. He doesn't have elemental weakness. I mean, he does versus light, but still it's not like he doesn't have a weakness when he's attacking, right? He's gonna have a weakness when he's getting attacked by a light. He's gonna be taking more damage. But beside that, when you're fighting, you're fighting red, you're fighting blue, you're fighting green, yeah, you don't have to worry. Odd, reason, hollow, it's all good. So I've been using him as my main damage dealer carry. He was my first 6-star, and investing in your main damage dealer for your first 6-star is the smartest thing you can do, because you will put all those stats to good use, right? Like, your damage dealer needs offense, needs defense, and that speed that you get, 5 speed per starring up rank, all that stuff your damage dealer can use. The thing is, the damage dealer is going to be the easiest target to take out for the enemy, because your supports will be stacking survivability, health, and defense, right? But your damage dealer is stacking attack, crit chance, crit damage, some speed, and survivability is not the main priority. So your damage dealer will always be, the weakest link in your team. And talking about weakest link in the team, when you have to face Terrormaton, because like as soon as I hit account level 35, which is like 2-3 days before, I just crushed Terrormaton hell 1 and hell 2. Now the thing is about Terrormaton is that going from hell 2 to hell 3 is quite a bit harder, right? Your team needs to be much more stable, right? Like, if you just like take out Terrormaton, right, and you just put it on auto, 5 run, 8 run, 10 run, when you just got a first clear or something like that, yeah, your success rate might be surprisingly low, right? So you need to invest into things that will make your team more bulky. You have to find who the weakest link is, and if your main damage dealer is only 5-star, that's going to be your priority, as well as farming the GP outposts to max out, to get the health and defense skill ups into, they're not called skill ups, but like when you go to do skill ups, you have all those passives, that health, flat health, percentage health, same with defense, and same with attack with skill, you know, 3 to 1. So you need to boost the health. You need to power those up for every single unit that you're going to be using as your, you know, your core for farming, you know, whichever threshold it's going to be. It might be Terrormaton or it might be Doki Doki, which, to be honest, Doki Doki is a lot easier than Terrormaton and Aurora. Doki Doki, it's definitely the easiest. So find out who the weakest link is and boost their stats. You know, you can swap gear around your characters. That's free in this game. I come from Epic 7. After the release of the game, not too long after, they're starting to put a cost to equipment swapping because people were doing guild war in the top guilds and we were just swapping gear across our character when we were attacking and stuff. And it was time consuming, it was annoying, but it was available. That was an option, so we could do it. So that, like, they could follow with something like that later down the line because they're going to be releasing, you know, guild versus guild content. By the way, if you enjoyed the video, guys, if you learned anything out of this video, if you find value in it, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe to my channel. There's plenty of Etheria Restart content to be coming. And I'm gonna be releasing, you know, daily videos, and I'll boost the pace to multiple videos per day. We'll see how things go, but right now I'm progressing. I am, you know, learning a lot of stuff because I didn't have access to, you know, test servers. I didn't the only beta that I played was the last one that everyone had access to, right? But I learned quick, and I can easily adapt, and I'm planning to play 4 accounts. And each account will have like a different, you know, they will have different core teams. They will have different play styles. So this account is about farming Terrormaton. That's my main place because I'm trying to get big damage on my character, big survivability, so I can tackle the other pieces of content. Like, yes, I could have gone with Doki Doki, but from the heroes that I summoned since the creation of my account, it just made it easier for me to go and do Terrormaton and Aurora. But still, I do have Doki Doki that I can farm in Hell 1. I got Terrormaton that I can farm in Hell 3 with not the best success rate, but now I have improved things, so the success rate is better. I'll update you guys with the success rate on that level 3. And the Aurora, I can do Aurora Hell 1, right? And I believe that Aurora is going to be much easier to do higher levels because, you know, I just powered up Ling Lao, and yeah, I mean, like, as you can see, I'm using Freya, which is that's not, you know, Hollow versus Reason is not what you want to have, because Freya can take a lot of damage, so she could get nuked out, and yeah, she's gonna be out of the equation. So, you know, you want to be using, of course you would want to use blue versus red. It will make things much easier. But yeah, so my goal is to farm the highest Terrormaton I can, because like if I can farm Terrormaton 3 but only, let's say, like Doki Doki Hell 1, Aurora Hell 1 based on my team comp, my core team, then of course I'm gonna go and farm Terrormaton Hell 3 because it's way more efficient. And as soon as you can farm your Hell 4, you're gonna be able to get modules that have the matrix effect, that has 3 of a matrix effects, and that is massive. That is massive. That will allow you to end up with, between your modules and your shell, you're gonna be able to end up with 2 sets powered up. You're gonna have like a 12-piece set, and you're gonna have an 8-piece set all active, and that will boost your damage, your survivability, you know, tremendously. So here we got the Anchor Recon in Union content, and I'm not using any support. I'm just showing the strength of my team, and it's able to do a lot of damage. It's quite stable. And you can I mean, I'm gonna recommend some, you know, replacements, because not everyone's gonna have, let's say, Mia. Valerian is extremely good. She's top tier for Terrormaton, but Valerian, you can bring her in all sorts of content, since she is not at she doesn't have a weakness in terms of her you know, her element, her faction, or however it's called, and that's a massive strength as free to play. So when you can build units because you got them, you pulled, you know, some SR, maybe you got some SSR that are light or dark, I mean, it makes this game so much easier. Like if I had like a, let's say, a Messiah, if I had a Lily, which I don't have any light or dark SSR on this account. This is my very first account. Yes, I do have my second account with Messiah, and I do have my third account with Henrik plus Lily. That was a pretty god tier starter account, so the rerolling paid off, and I got more into that account, which I'll have a separate summoning video when the time comes. So yeah, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys are running. Where are you struggling? What do you want me to cover in my next videos? Because I'm planning to make a lot of guides, tips videos, all that good stuff. So I get a lot of knowledge in this game every single day that I play it, and it's been a lot of fun, you know, finding ways to, you know, min-max my characters, min-max my team, find solutions to whatever problem, right? The thing about Terrormaton, going back to Terrormaton, if you want to auto, because there's a way that you can go with like full damage. You just take out the body. You don't even take out the left arm first and then the body, but that involves quite a bit of offensive power, right? And it's not super realistic. Initially, I think it's a lot easier to get a stable team that has sustain. So a team with, like, let's say for me, I could run like Mia plus Valerian. Valerian is amazing because you max out her skill 3, and she starts the battle with an like, she gives everyone a shield when it's their start of their turn. But the most important thing is that if someone's about to get defeated, she will protect them and they will stay alive. And then it consumes that buff that she has that is undispellable. It cannot be removed off of her unless it's consumed, unless it's used. And then let's say the left arm plus Terrormaton, they attack, they focus on one of your unit, and that unit could have been killed, but Valerian protected that unit, right? Now, as soon as she goes again, she puts that buff again on herself. So you can have another unit that technically would have died if she wasn't there. So you got like 2 chances right there out of that hero. Plus that the fact that she puts invincibility on a unit, the fact that she balanced the health of every, you know, unit on your team. So that works really well when you have like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 squishy heroes and you have 2 heroes with a lot of health. When she balances the health, yeah, I mean, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. And then you have the healing over time from the skill 2 on top of the invincibility. And she can also sleep with skill 1. Valerian is amazing. Like I said, with the elemental neutral is a big deal, right? So now, once again, when I do these type of videos, I like to have Phantom Theater in there. Also, it's going to be a way for me to kind of like track my progression, because I like to do challenges and, you know, just starting, let's say, a new account. Because now I'm playing 3 of them, but like the goal is to have 4 accounts, right? Who knows? I could be playing more accounts. It's just the way I play gacha games as a free-to-play player. I do enjoy, you know, challenging myself, beat my previous records, and try new strategies, right? Try to find the best strategy. A strategy might be very good, but it's more complicated compared to another one, right? So Chloros is a hero with Didding that you can use, you know, in Terrormaton to do kind of like one-shot comps. With a one-shot team, you're just basically focusing the body, and then you ignore the arm, and you basically are using Valerian as your unit to protect whoever's could have been insta-killed, right? And it's a good strategy, but you need a lot of offensive power. It can work. It's not a guarantee every time, I believe, because if you don't apply the defense down debuff and you only have one character that has defense down debuff, then there's that 10% chance that it doesn't happen, right? Even if you have, you know, whatever, 1,000 accuracy, that's just the way in this game. It's like Epic 7. There's a 15% in Epic 7 that, you know, the target will resist your debuff, right? Well, it's the same thing with defense down here, and it's 10% instead of 15. So yeah, that's an issue, right? It requires more gear than if you run with something that can heal, like a team that has, you know, 2 healers, let's say Mia plus, you know, Valerian, or you run something like Chiaki plus Valerian. You're gonna be able to just heal your team, sustain, stabilize when the left arm attacks and the main body of Terrormaton attacks. That's a lot of damage, right? So you're gonna be using them, as well as the Artisan Shell. The Artisan Shell gives you like defense as soon as you enter the battle with the wearer for 2 turns, and then after 2 turns it puts a defense scaling barrier on the lowest health ally, plus the unit holding the Artisan Shell. And that's a great trick for Terrormaton to survive a potential nuke, or let's say Valerian, because Valerian can protect you initially, but before she goes again and she has that like anti-kill on one of your ally again, then you could have the Artisan kick in, and that would allow you to have that unit survive, because there's a snowball effect with Terrormaton. As soon as he downs someone, you guys know it spirals out of control. So it's imperative that you keep your team alive. Now Freya with the defense buff is nice for that. There is, what is her name? There is an SR Reason unit. I'm gonna pull it real quick here. So that unit is actually very good, because first, it's an SR, very easy to build. Second, her skill 3 that gives attack buff and defense buff, it's Turandot. Yeah, I didn't even see it. I just remembered. Turandot is red, right? So that's perfect. Terrormaton is green. So you're gonna be at elemental advantage and you're gonna take less damage. And it's an SR, easy to max out the skill number 3. And then I believe there's some turn meter pushback as well in her kit. And Turandot, it's attack and defense buff in a single skill, right? And that's big, because Freya, if she didn't put defense buff up yet, well, the left arm and Terrormaton will attack your team and you still don't have defense buff. So Turandot could be super useful to make sure that that initial burst, because the initial burst is very dangerous in Terrormaton, right? After that, if you have some turn meter pushback, especially when you take down the left arm, it's much easier. You can stabilize, but you need to have enough healing, enough sustain to make it work, right? So that's why I think running 2 healers, having defense buff up, if you have like a Hell Kid, or if you have a unit that can put attack down on the Terrormaton boss, or whatever piece of content you're fighting, whatever boss it is, right? That would be extremely helpful, because they will have 40% less attack. That means it's basically 40% less damage that you're taking, right? If they're able to put defense down on you, but you have immunity, or you are, you know, removing the defense down, or you're cleansing it, that will allow you to survive so much better. So yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think about all that in the comment section. Aurora is really about just spamming heal and taking Aurora out over time. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.